Glamzilla just can't seem to stay away from trouble. And like you already guessed it this time, just like all other times, Glamzilla was called out for her disingenuous reviews. But here's the kicker. Despite being in the wrong, she tried to throw e.l.f. and a small TikToker under the bus. So what exactly happened? And what did she say that got her in this recent controversy? Let's find out.
Let's see. Oh no. Why did I?
Well, what I didn't know was how much negative comments that video was going to receive. 2,500 negative comments. Oh my god. This week, we've brought the beauty community together again. People don't agree with what I had to say in that video, and that is totally fine, but I'm not changing my opinion on it.
Like all times, Glamzilla hopped onto TikTok to do a review of the e.l.f. Pot Cloth Lip Plumping Pen, but oddly enough, even before she even began using the product, she started off her video talking about how she has never been a fan of e.l.f.
All their launches have been hitting, but is this a miss? We'll find out. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pens. I don't really care if they plump my lips. I care that they glide well and they look good. Oh, it's got no shade. Let me see the packaging. I don't know what shade this is. Okay, this is in the shade Toasted. Let's see. Oh no, why did I know? It's very thick. Okay, it's very much like the Tarte Maracuja.
But despite that statement, Glamzilla went on to say that she still loves the brand. Now on to the review. Glamzilla claimed that as she had expected, she did not love the product. According to her, it was just too sticky and very unflattering. But in contrast to her review, e.l.f. is a very affordable drugstore brand that is known because it makes a lot of quality yet affordable makeup and skincare products. I mean, that is what makes this brand stand out. So given Glamzilla coming out to boldly state that she did not love the Pot Cloth Lip Plumping Pen, it just made people give her the side eye. And among those many is a creator, Jenna, who responded to Glamzilla. In this creator's video, she first claimed that she loves e.l.f. because of their affordable and fire products.
One thing I will always do is stand up for e.l.f. because I love affordable makeup products that are actually fire, and I happen to think that these are absolutely amazing.
She then corrected Glamzilla, claiming that unlike her previous misleading statements that e.l.f.'s products had no labels, the labeling was actually on the bottom of the product and in small font.
First things first, first of all, I love this creator. I think that she's fantastic. Glamzilla, love you, but the names are on the bottom. She said there are no names on here. You can actually find the names in small font on the bottom. Toasted.
But that's not all. This creator went on to tell Glamzilla that she used way too much product and that's why she found it sticky and thick. She advised her audience to just use a little bit of the product to get a good pigmentation because according to her, unlike Glamzilla, the product actually has really good formula. Now here's where things get very, and I mean very interesting. On this creator's video, e.l.f.Cosmetics actually commented writing, "I wonder if you know you're an icon." And they did not stop at that. They took it to a step further and gave this creator the green light. How? They actually bought her video for partnership, and like you can already imagine, this did not sit well with Glamzilla. She immediately recorded a second video which she captioned, "e.l.f.Cosmetics paid a creator to stitch my video, so now we're going to take this to you. I want you to try the new Pot Cloth Lip Plumping Pen. Is it worth a cloth? Hashtag e.l.f.Cosmetics, hashtag Glamzilla." She did not just stop at captioning the post. In the video, Glamzilla claimed that when she first watched this creator's response, she felt it was unfair. However, she claimed that after giving it a lot of thought, she came to the conclusion that it was a brilliant marketing strategy by e.l.f. According to her, she claimed that the brand was clapping back, which she supposedly found fun and cheeky. She then added claiming that she, to prove there is no bad blood, had followed back Jenna. And she did not stop at that. She also bragged about having created clothes for e.l.f.'s products and seemingly advertising herself. She claimed that their target market is now in her comments and DMs, so she's an asset to the brand. Glamzilla being Glamzilla, she then called on her audience to give their honest review of the product themselves. She however put a condition that anyone to give the review shouldn't be on e.l.f.'s payroll and has to be completely honest. If you ask me, this would have been fair enough, but Glamzilla did not just seem to be completely honest with her response. It just gives the impression that she responded from a jealous point of view. Now don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with what Glamzilla said, but it's how she said it. You see, while responding, Glamzilla seems to be partnership fishing from e.l.f. herself because she talked about how she's an asset to them and how she has created clothes for their products. If I'm being honest here, she did not have to say this for anyone to understand what she was trying to say, but the fact that she said it, well, it only means one thing. Did she really want e.l.f. to consider her as an asset and probably get her to review some of their products or even work on a partnership? It's a valid question to ask because why else would she mention that? It was unnecessary if you ask me. But anyway, given Glamzilla had made all these shocking claims, a lot of users went back to Jenna's account and actually called her out for not being honest about her video being sponsored. Of course, like any other reasonable person, Jenna took it up on herself to record a second video to clear the air and drama that Glamzilla had created. In her video, Jenna started off claiming that she only responded because she felt Glamzilla had, one, used the products poorly, and on top of that, she gave a review based off on that, yet she has a very huge following. According to Jenna, she did not want such a review to just go by and demoralize any other person who would have wanted to try out e.l.f.'s products. Jenna claimed that her video wasn't actually sponsored, but it only appeared so because she had linked her video in the TikTok shop, which if you are in Canada, it says paid partnership, but if you're in the US, it doesn't. Basically, because Glamzilla is in Canada, there is no TikTok shop there. So when Jenna linked the product on TikTok shop, it showed paid partnership to Glamzilla in Canada, while in the US, it said eligible to be paid. According to her, that was the only problem. But other than that, she clarified she wasn't sponsored by e.l.f. She doubled down, claiming she only made the video to encourage others to try out their products. Now, I don't know about you, but this was such a bad look for Glamzilla. For one, she inappropriately used the products, based that as her ground for a negative review. And if you look at how she used it, it just gives the impression that she deliberately used a lot of products just for her to give a negative review. I mean, these are plumping pens, not lipstick, and the fact that Glamzilla is an influencer, a beauty influencer at that, I bet she knows that. So why did she have to use way too much product? But then, who am I kidding? This is Glamzilla we're all talking about. She has proved to be so controversial to the point that she contradicts her own statements. Like she can't seem to even keep up with herself. Did any of you come across one of her posts bashing influencers for doing fake reviews? In the post, she boldly claimed the original beauty review concept and proceeded to say she'll never be disingenuous and that making beauty reviews just wasn't making her happy. So that's why she was sharing her weight loss journey. However, despite her claims, when a commenter asked if her Aaron haul was sponsored, including the $150 bag she was shocked by, she started deleting and blocking people asking similar questions. Is it just me? Because how does anyone get the ick for putting down their own community yet doing the same fake reviews? There is the Jeffree Star and James Charles controversies. These started after Jackie Aina made this video about Glamzilla. She said she met Glamzilla for the first time and she reminded Jackie of her best friend who passed away, and it gave her so much comfort she started to cry. Yet, a couple of days after that video, Glamzilla announced she really wanted to review controversial makeup brands and specifically named Jeffree Star Cosmetics and James Charles' brands. So she did not endorse an alleged child predator, but the man who called Jackie a gorilla and a rat? Glamzilla was willing to stand behind someone who degraded the woman who just made a beautiful video about her. This was so surprising that Robert Welsh even left a comment about how disappointed he was, which she responded to and mocked. All said, I'm going to be honest, considering that it's no surprise Glamzilla was actually called out even this time round. And things seemed pretty intense to the point that she even had to take all her previous videos down, which is another bummer move because considering the drama she caused, the least she could do was clear the air and rectify her negative review. I mean, a lot of people out there still think that the e.l.f. Pot Cloth Plumping Pen isn't as good, but well, that's just Glamzilla. What more is there to expect? But what do you think of this latest drama? Sound off in our comment section below.